My man Cook from Missouri. I think Cook is gonna cook this year. Let me take this, let me, let me let me take this down because he got some transfers in. He already had a good running back. He got another transfer in from Georgia State. I think that guy had 1,000 yards for Georgia State last year. So they got a nice running game. They got one of the best wide receivers to come in through the from high school this year, right? And they already had some decent wide receivers. If you see his stats, he had 3,000 yards last year, uh, 21 touchdowns, passing, 8 on the ground. So he's versatile. He can run in, he can
Yeah,
pass.
he's fast. He's fast. He gave us fits last year.
Yeah, so he's a dual threat kind of guy with a running game, and he got a great wide receiver this year, and he already had some talented guys on his team. So I believe he might be a dark horse, and especially if they win some of these games against these new teams, Texas, Oklahoma, Bama.
Alabama. Yeah,
Yeah, they might sneak up in here, and we're looking around like, okay, who is this guy?
they won 10 games last year. I mean, they beat Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl. They're not nothing to be played with. They always get in the
Exactly.
trenches. They always get in the trenches. Their defense is always decent. A couple years ago when we went 15, we beat them pretty much on the last drive, 24-20. So they had the lead for pretty much 3.5 quarters when we went out to Mizzou. So yeah, they always have talent. Their coach is excellent, man. So they're definitely on the come up.
All right, now we got my man from Mississippi State. And I like his name, man. Jackson Dart. Like my man out here throwing darts. I like that name. I think he transferred from USC, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And he got the swagger. Like he kind of like he don't really back down from the moment. I like this guy. I like this guy, and I think he got an offensive coordinator that wants he wants that bell cow guy to get his name on the top guys that can develop quarterbacks. I think he want to make sure he win. And another reason why I feel like the running back transferred out of there because I think he was like, okay, you kind of favor the quarterback. You want the quarterback to be the guy. You don't want me to be the guy.
Corshawn had a good year last year. I mean, you know, Dart is good, man. They just that their problem is they don't play defense at Ole Miss, but they did bring in some transfers. I think they got a lineman from Texas A&M. They got an outside linebacker from Florida, so they brought in some transfers to help out the defense. But that was their problem last year. They just couldn't stop nobody.
And I got another dark horse on my list. I thought I had him on here. I didn't try to put this down here twice. The guy from Mississippi State, and I'm gonna tell you why. No, the guy from Mississippi State, I think he's the guy that transferred from USC.
What's the name?
Oh, I can't think his name. I think he has number 2 also or number 12. But the reason why I think he's a sleeper because he upgraded his receiving core. He got 2 guys. Dang, yeah, I don't. I mean, and he got swagger too, y'all. He got that kind of Baker Mayfield swagger. Where he talk that subtle trash. He do little stuff where he point at the scoreboard and he do little stuff like that. Um, but he got the wide receiver that played with Coach Prime at Jackson. He was a 4-star guy. He was like the number 1 slot guy, and he went to Louisville for a year, but he transferred, he jumped in the portal, and he was there for the spring game. I want to say he had 1 or 2 touchdowns. I know he had 1 touchdown and maybe another deep, like 45-yard play. And they got a guy from USC, I think, that's a burner. So he already got his 2 favorite receivers, and they already had some guys on the team. He's a thrower. He likes to throw the ball. I think the previous coach was a defensive guy, and he kind of ran the ball. So the coach they have now, he's more of an offensive guy. So I think we might see an explosion with the offense out of Mississippi State this year. I don't know if they have the defense to win, but I feel like he's gonna put up big time numbers this year, y'all. Mm. So, do y'all have any other sleepers that y'all think that might creep up in here that nobody's talking about?
Garrett Nussmeier, LSU.
And I see that keep people talking about the LSU guy and the Tennessee guy. I just don't know enough about them. No tape.
You gotta do some homework on LSU, Big Tiger.
I mean, I hear LSU got like 3 guys that's nice.
I mean, they got Bryce Underwood, who's gonna come in and take the spot when Garrett Nussmeier graduates, but Nussmeier's gonna have a good O line, he's gonna have a decent running game, and they always have receivers. So he's gonna be a gunslinger, man. He's known as a gunslinger. LSU, the problem is they're just not gonna play no defense. But I think Nussmeier gonna put up numbers.
Does DJ Ungulule have a chance?
No.
Nah. Not from what I seen in the spring game.
No.
He was throwing stuff in the dirt, and I mean, I was like, bro, what you doing, bro? So do y'all feel like my man for West Virginia has a chance?
No.
Why?
Nah, he broke Lamar Jackson's record in the bowl game. Y'all know that, right?
He's not known as a passing quarterback. He's more of a runner.
I mean, I got you, but if he go on a Michael Vick run this year and run the table in the ACC.
What you mean, West Virginia?
Yeah.
West Virginia not an ACC?
No, I mean not with he for Virginia Tech. He for Virginia Tech.
Oh, Virginia Tech. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. He might be a sleeper, man. He might be a sleeper. I hope he do good, man. But Virginia Tech got a good schedule. He gonna play some good competition. So we'll see if he shine or not.
I'm saying like he got good competition. So if he go in there, he put on the show. If he get past Clemson and he get past Syracuse,
Miami.
Miami.
Yeah,
Miami's his big one.
So he got some games that can put him in that next stratosphere. We all know Miami will drop the ball.
Where's that game, Tiger?
They're just starting to get everything going. We know Clemson is on the decline.
Shout out to JB, man. JB said you got to be a playoff team to win the Heisman.
But that's the thing about it. The ACC is so weak. If one of these teams going to run out of Syracuse, Virginia Tech, and Miami, one of these guys can be sitting there because they're gonna win their conference and they're going into the playoffs with a bye.
Man, I hope Miami, just for the fact that they never won, I hope they win the conference, man. That way people can stop trolling them, dog. They've been getting killed on social media, man.
Hey, Will Rogers, that's his name. Wasn't it a guy like a movie star named Will Rogers?
I don't know.
No, there was.
It was.
And I'm just going to throw in a homer pick. I'm going to say if Julian Sayin can win it, the kid from San Diego, if Ohio State can do that thing, if he wins a certain job, maybe he has a chance.
Hold on, wait now. Who is this guy? You talking about he's at Ohio right now, or he's at San Diego right now?
No, he's out of San Diego, but he's at Ohio State right now. He transferred out of Alabama this last transfer portal.
He's the backup behind Will Howard. Ohio State's going to start Will Howard.
You think they'll start Will Howard?
Yeah, they're going to start Will Howard.
I looked at their numbers the other day for their spring game. 2 other quarterbacks had more throws than Will Howard, but Will Howard had the better numbers.
They didn't tackle in their spring game. Can you believe that?
Hey, welcome to the club.